I'm Christian Abbott.
I'm Nathan Lavender.
I'm Sean Abbott.
And this is the Red Mist Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Red Mist Podcast, Season 2, Episode 35. Nate, wait for it. The Todd Bodine ISM Racing Tabasco number 35 Pontiac Grand Prix from 1998.
Okay, a bit of a hot one, I hear.
And what do you think of that, Nate?
I like that one.
I went into the
That's
Wayback
nice.
Machine for that one for you.
Yeah, I'll say I was 3 at that time.
All right, there you go. All right.
So,
Great livery, though. Great sponsor. I like
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's hot.
Tabasco.
Oh,
Like it. All right. On tonight's episode, we'll discuss NASCAR and the Hollywood Casino 400 at Kansas.
not in California.
Not in California, but in Kansas. We'll talk IndyCar and the Monterey Grand Prix. Season finale.
In California.
You mean the NASCAR race at Laguna Seca?
Oh, wow.
Oh, imagine that.
Yes, we will talk about driving standards there.
That's right.
Next up, we will talk a little WEC. Fuji, the 6 hours?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how good Fuji track is.
Yeah.
I like that
It's a
track.
nice track.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not Suzuka, but it's
But
it's a step below Suzuka.
Yes.
Only
Yeah,
because
I concur.
Suzuka,
I
I like the
concur.
layout there, but it's a fun track.
Yeah.
Okay, and the fans are passionate there.
Very.
All right, we will look ahead to this weekend's NASCAR event, and we will also look ahead to IMSA and its return to the Brickyard.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a 4-hour race or a
No.
2-hour race?
Regular sprint race.
Is it into the night or no?
that'd be cool.
Checking.
Checking.
I think it's like a sunset race, Sean. That'd be my
Is that a
guess.
sunset
Like,
race? I know the Michelin Pirate race is a sunset race. They were talking about that, but we shall
It'd
see.
make for great photos.
Yes.
Right? Just put Jamie Price out there, and he'll do
Yes,
his work.
that's exactly right. And then we'll make some prognostications for the F1 race in Singapore
I love Singapore.
Afternoon race. 2 hour, 45 minutes
on Sunday.
on Sunday.
Is that on
All
Peacock?
right.
Yes.
Hello. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
no,
wrong
yeah,
series.
oh, yeah,
Wrong
oh,
series.
wrong series, Sean. Come on.
NBC.
On
Peacock,
NBC.
whichever one.
Get it. Young Jordan Taylor.
Will Power.
Is it
I'm just
is
getting
it
it all out
young
now.
Ricky Taylor anymore, or do you just say young Jordan Taylor?
It's just been young Jordan.
Young Jordan.
I haven't
All right.
seen him reference
Ricky in a while. Okay. All right. Anyways, I'd like him to, but anyways.
Yeah.
Or young Colin Brown. Does he do that? No.
Yeah, no, Ricky Taylor's too cool. He has
No.
a super
All right.
license. So.
Anyways. All right. Speaking of that, can you investigate whether Pato qualified for his super license this weekend? Because he was spouting off about that.
Oh, that's
And I have
right.
a feeling he may not have made it. Anyways, moving on. All right, Nate, off to the land of the Wizard of Oz in Kansas.
Yes.
Not the race was fine from my standpoint.
Yeah.
I
thought it was
will
great.
say this: a lot of drivers made miscues. Some were called out for falling asleep at the start, at the end of the race. But in the end, I think the fastest driver won in Tyler Reddick. Thoughts? Let's discuss.
Well, it's a weird trend, isn't it? Like the 45 is 3 for 3 now. That's a late. Kurt Busch, Bubba Wallace, now Tyler Reddick, all winning the last 3 races at Kansas. I think I got that
Is that
stat
called
right.
comma?
It's that 45 car, man. I'm telling you, there's something special with that. Why do I feel like there was a race earlier this year at Kansas? I'm having
There was.
a bit So the 45 did not win. Okay. Anyway, so anyway, the stat being 3 out of the last 4, that 45 car has won at Kansas. So clearly 2311 has something figured out there, or Denny Hamlin, or I mean, both.
Who? No, Denny has nothing to do with that team. Just owns it.
He finished second.
Right, for another team.
Right. Well, speaking of Joe Gibbs, I mean, Christopher Bell, he got pole, so he was looking fast all weekend, and
yes,
he was consistently at the front. But I'll tell you who wasn't looking good. You know who crashed early on? Our regular season champion, Martin Truex Jr. right away.
And Darrell Wallace also crashed.
Yes, he was looking pretty quick too.
Did not help his points finish. We'll get to that.
No, and well, think about this, Sean. There's one race to the cutoff,
and it's at Bristol.
NASCAR does this on purpose. I swear.
What could go wrong there?
Nothing. Right? Nothing.
I will salute Eric Jones with a great run.
He almost won that thing, man.
I know. Would have that caused some chaos a little bit in the playoff standings? Because he's not in the playoffs, but would that have caused some kind of point strife?
I don't think so, only because, I mean, Tyler Reddick is further enough ahead.
Okay.
If we're looking at Joey Logano, he's still flirting with danger. But I don't think it would have really shuffled anything.
Gotcha.
Really extensively.
All right.
But I'll tell you, Eric Jones, he was looking very strong at the end there, and fighting for the win. Yep. Fighting for the win. And
so let's just take a run through our top 10 here. Tyler Reddick, Denny Boo Hamlin, Eric Jones. Fourth was Young Money, Kyle Larson.
Oh, Sean, we forgot to bring up one thing.
We'll get
Chris
to that. Chris Buescher. What about Chris Buescher?
He had problems. Didn't he have a flat tire or something?
Yeah.
Late?
Okay. Well, he's not in the top 10. So then we have Logano, somehow. Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch, Christopher Bell, Bad Brad, and Alex the Showman Bowman, who beat
Who finished ninth, Sean? Who finished ninth?
Bad Brad.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Care to discuss anything with Larson and Chase Elliott? I just thought it was a racing thing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I didn't think much of it either, because, I mean, where is Kyle Larson going to go?
I mean,
Brad Keselowski's coming out of his pit. And what is he going to do, drill him?
Well, he did. Didn't you see him?
No, he moved Chase Elliott out like, hey, dude, I have nowhere to go.
No, I'm talking bad. I'm talking Bad Brad.
Oh, well, I mean,
Anyways.
Race car drivers being race car drivers.
All right. That's exciting, huh?
Sean, I got a poem for you.
A poem or a haiku?
Well, let me explain. Let me say it. Roses are red, violets are blue. Austin Dillon crashes again.
Oh, I like that.
So, by yours truly. So, I write few poems.
I do like that. Did Grandpa Richard come over and console him afterwards?
Not that I saw it, but I'd imagine it's just like, okay, it's all right. We got Bristol next week. It's okay. I expect it.
Okay, so let's discuss, shall we?
Before we continue, kind of adding on to the Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott stuff. Chase Elliott is not in the playoffs. I know he's like fighting for a win, but I mean,
yeah, well.
You have a little bit of surroundings, right?
Let's not. Everybody races everybody. So, anyways, just real quickly on that top 10 looking thing, or the points. Young Money leads the playoff points, followed by Tyler Reddick, followed by Denny Boo Hamlin, William Byron, Bad Brad, Ryan Blaney, Kurt Busch, Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Logano, Harvick, Truex, Darrell Wallace, Ricky Stenhouse, and Michael McDowell. So the three at risk, am I correct to say this, are Truex, Wallace, and Stenhouse?
I mean,
McDowell or Wallace, Stenhouse, McDowell.
I would say definitely McDowell. Bristol is really an up in the air racetrack because someone could have a really good weekend. Bubba Wallace really hasn't done well at Bristol in the past.
Okay.
I was thinking Kansas would be the race that he would be showing up at, and
Right.
clearly had a flat tire or something, happen. But I'll tell you who might surprise is actually going to be either the RFK cars, which Chris Buescher won that race last year. He won the night race last year.
Mm-hmm.
But Ricky Stenhouse, when he was in the 17, always was in the top 5.
Okay.
So maybe Ricky Stenhouse could very much surprise. I know it's a far-fetched prediction.
Very far-fetched. I am going to go with. I will go with I will go with Young Money because it's a short track and
not Harvick. My pick would be Harvick going into Bristol. Would like to see that happen.
I will go with the king of short track racing right now, Young Money.
Well, the king of.
Huh?
He's the king of usually mile and a half or 2 mile tracks.
Nate,
because he loves that high side. He loves the high side.
And why does he like the high side?
He's a dirt racer.
That's right, Nate, and that's why I said he's the king of short tracks.
Oh yeah,
Young Money.
I'll tell you. Well, Bristol, if anything, would be his bread and butter.
I would say the second favorite win that race will be Tyler Reddick. Then I will go Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, followed by Truex. Truex will be the keeper.
I think Truex is in trouble. If you're asking me, he's never done well at Bristol.
So my 3 in the cut line to get cut are McDowell, Stenhouse, and Wallace.
What about another one? There's 4.
Is it 4 or 3?
4.
4. Well, I hate to say this, but Kevin Harvick, you're going home.
Oh, you don't think he's going to win?
No.
I think he's going to finish well or win the thing.
All right. Christian has no interest. He does not want to play. He will pass.
He's too cool for NASCAR.
Who's still in the action? No, you know what?
We just went down the top 16.
What are we picking?
Are
we picking
a
winner for next year?
We're just if you got anyone that wants to get cut, I mean, you want me to read the cut line again, possibly?
Sure.
I mean, it's basically it starts at I'd say it starts with Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Logano, Harvick, Truex, Wallace, Stenhouse, or McDowell. The 3 in the bottom right now are
I would say they're
Wallace, Stenhouse,
Bubba,
and McDowell.
Yeah, I would say those 3 are most.
I think
likely
McDowell's probably going to get bounced because he doesn't do well in the short tracks.
No, and
like
Stenhouse could.
I was going to say Stenhouse
could do good because there's no non-Americans in this race other than Suarez. Correct. Yeah. So
no threat of World War III this weekend.
No threat of World War III.
Yeah, right. Not like an Indy road course.
I think Darrell survives this week. I think he survives. I'm down to Harvick and Logano getting bounced.
That would be insane.
That would be, and if it was Logano, that'd be awesome.
It'd certainly break a lot of brackets.
The only thing that would make it better was if Bad Brad had a bad race and went bye-bye. Anyways,
no,
all right,
no,
all right. That covers.
Oh, you'll definitely hear it when if
he
gets eliminated.
Let's take a look at this next week. Oh, this is awesome! They got the proper race with a proper sponsor. It's the Bass Pro Shops night race. Love it. Love it.
God bless America,
Love it.
man.
Thank God,
Yeah.
America. All it needs is like some fireworks factory, like blowing off fireworks down there. That'd be fantastic. But Bass Pro being there, that's awesome. That's America.
Yeah, they already have a bald eagle as like one of the logo, I think. So it's
and they're on
America.
They're on 2 cars.
America.
So I think Grandpa Richard will be showing up in his hunting camo for that race, I believe. He's an outdoorsman.
We'll see.
Okay. All right.
And Truex, right? So.
Yeah, Truex. All right. Let's move on to wow.
The other NASCAR race.
Wow. And I looked forward to this race, thought it'd be a great race, to wind up the season because it's Monterey, it's Laguna Seca, WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I thought it was going to be a great race. Holy wow.
Just say it, Sean. Can you speak French?
We.
Merde.
Just say holy shit.
Merde.
Yeah.
He was merde. Jesus. God, it was brutal.
It smelled, didn't it?
Oh, it was
Smelled like
terrible.
something.
It was terrible. I mean,
Like, what were those restarts?
well, let's not even talk that. Let's talk the first corner.
Yeah, well, teammates grab Rahal and
No.
well,
No.
yeah,
No.
who?
No. Christian and I watched this on several replay angles. Who hit Yuri? Somebody hit Yuri and put him into.
Didn't Graham?
No. Graham got hit.
No, who's
Graham
the
got
guy in
hit.
the middle? Because Graham got hit, and then someone in the middle.
Scotty Mack got involved. Newgarden
like
got
5
involved
cars
in that.
involved.
Newgarden was involved in that.
Yeah, there was a whole host.
There was a whole host. And then when coming out of that, Dixon got into Lundgaard. Was it? Oh, no, VK, Renus VK. And then got a penalty for that, which I'm not 100% certain on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I missed calls.
But as they say, cautions breed cautions.
Cautions. Yes.
There we go. But what happens when a race goes to hell? There's one constant thing.
It keeps going down the hell.
no.
What? What?
One thing happens when a race goes to hell.
The cream
The
rises.
cream rises to the top, including the team.
From last to first.
Last to first,
Scott Dixon.
Scott Dixon.
Like, seriously, what is he made of?
I don't know, but it was there was a fantastic interchange between Scott and the voice of reason on the Ganassi wall, Mike Hull, who I think took over for Scott's engineer and informed him that Scott had a drive-through penalty, and then firmly said, "We should serve this now," which he did, which led to a verbal tirade from Scott, which was fine, which Mike Hull responded, "We agree. Let's just serve the penalty and move on."
Because it might be a caution fest, right?
Right? And so they did, and 5 laps later, they somehow, with the magic 8 ball that they exist in Ganassi Racing, they came in for a pit stop. And decided to, as they say, roll the dice. And it was, Christian about I was about 2/3 of the way, a third of the way into the race goes, I think he might win.
Can't count him out.
Although
it has the handwriting on the wall. I mean, it's such a Scott Dixon race.
Although my favorite 2 booth guys were pretty sworn to the fact that Fast Hands Pato was going to win the race.
No.
And except that there was one glaring mistake that young James Hinchcliffe pointed out was that Pato had yet to switch tires.
Yeah.
And essentially, I have no idea what goes on in that team in terms of strategy, what they're trying to do.
I think they just go balls to the wall. Right?
No, it's just, I think they just go dummy to the wall because there were numerous chances there for them to steal that race and win it. And there was one chance when they came into pit on the yellow.
Yeah.
But what happens, what's the one thing that can screw you on a yellow when you get the break? It's another yellow right at the get-go. And sure enough, 3 or 4 guys in between Pato and Dixon took themselves out, and guess who was right there? Oh, fantastic.
With the finishing order, to get back to your point earlier, Pato does qualify for a super license.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Right. But so does Janu, which we also know.
Yes.
He's got one. He qualifies. Will Power technically does because he won the championship.
Imagine Will
last
Power
year.
at Haas. That would be fantastic.
You do all right. I think you do all right.
That would be awesome.
And,
Will Power.
And I believe Dixon qualifies for one as well.
I'd like to see. I don't know if you want to do it.
I'm not saying any of these guys should go. I'm just saying these are the ones.
Well, I think
of the last couple of years
of the
that
group,
I believe qualified.
I'd like to
for
see
it.
Janu go.
Likewise,
Because I think he can, because he raced in Europe. I think he can. I think he can do well.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay. So Pato did qualify because it was.
Yes.
It was. Oh my God! It was like.
And not that he doesn't have enough points, but Pelot does qualify for a super license. As well.
He will not be driving Formula One anytime soon.
I understand that,
per chip.
how not to handle your career.
but Pelot, Dixon, Newgarden, Power, and Pato.
So there are 5 guys
Five.
there that could. Oh, but
Plus-
doesn't Ilott have enough, and doesn't Marcus Armstrong have enough? I think they do because they were, I think, past champions in F2.
Because what did Marcus Armstrong have to do? Win Rookie of the Year or finish?
Yes, he did. He did.
See.
He did. The only reason the reason he did was Augustine had that problem with the wing at the end. Otherwise, it could have been up for grabs.
You know what was wild? Callum Ilott and Augustine Canapino were battling very hard. And they knew that there's spots where it was possibly going to be a podium finish for either or.
I have no problem with it. It was fine.
Yeah, me neither. No, it was good. It was good racing.
Augustine slid up into Callum, and it was, and I could, there was no malice there. I mean, his car was all over the place. So, anyways, it was no big deal.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah.
no.
Armstrong does not have a super license.
But I thought he tested a Formula One car, so I thought if he
You can test, but that just earns you points towards
okay.
the super license. That
All right.
doesn't mean you have
okay,
one.
all right, okay. I'm just saying because we
then
we
Ilott.
catch a lot of stick over here because guys aren't super. I mean, whatever.
Have a super license?
Yeah, have the super
Well,
license.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard when series over here aren't weighted as equal and fairly as.
Or that 10 guys can win a race or the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Just
Yeah,
checking.
imagine that.
Just checking on that. All right.
Um,
Overall, it was just the restarts. It was just brutal. I thought the coup de grace. You like that, Nate? A little French there. Coup de grace.
That's good.
To
I
the
like that.
restarts.
Yeah.
Was when Santino decided to launch himself at the end of the race.
sorry, Callum
You-
does have a super license. However,
Uh-oh. Here, Christian. It's got
However.
however.
if
No,
he
I
if
heard
he
the
does
whatever.
not
Or however.
if he does not, well, no, he's been a test driver for F1 teams, so I believe he still holds it, but it is also kind of the same, under the same premise of like, does Rossi still have a super license because he raced in F1?
I don't think Alex wants a super license. I think Alex kind of likes what he's doing.
But
Well,
but does Alex still have a super license?
If he's not on there, he doesn't.
No, but I don't know, what are the rules? Like, how long can you keep it?
Google, hit the Googs and go, guys that hold
Yeah.
super license.
Because it seems like to earn
I
points, it's your
I
best
think-
3 out
I
of
think-
the last 4 years.
I think Mario and Fangio still have super license. Imagine if Mario came back. Do you think they'd deny him? Toto would be the one stopping him at the gate.
I think somehow
I
He would be either
I think Mario can outdrive Toto. Let me just rephrase that several times.
yeah,
Over.
like get lapped too. Yeah.
I still like my all-time favorite was when Horner was giving Martin crap, and then Martin had enough of it and goes, "Yeah, at least I qualified for Formula One."
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I
about.
like that
Christian
one.
Horner was just like
I do
what-
like Horner,
oh my
but
God.
sometimes he, anyways,
oversteps.
he oversteps like Toto does. Anyways,
Yeah.
Okay, so Rossi doesn't.
He doesn't,
Have one,
so-
but I guess if Callum tested and applied for it, I guess he still has it.
okay.
But he has to just keep re-upping it.
Yeah.
So what?
just-
He has to keep racing every year. in the IndyCar.
Something. Finish high in the points.
Something.
Stuff like that. Anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry, a driver who has previously held a super license, but has not held a valid license within the previous 3 years issue is subject to completion of a 300 kilometer at race speeds in a representative F1 car over no more than 2 days, either as part of a test certified.
Is that in English or French? You're reading that,
or an official F1 session.
Jesus H. All right.
And it's going to be completed before the application. So
right.
it seems like he can do it, but at the same point, it's
okay.
The basis of it is you at least need 40 points over your last
4 seasons.
4 seasons.
4 seasons.
And it's the best 3 of 4 seasons.
I gotcha.
That you tally up.
All right. Maybe Palou could donate his points to Colton because Alex isn't going to be racing Formula 1. That's not happening. Anyways.
Sean, they're not transferable.
I gotcha. I still think the coup de grace was Santino launching himself at the end of the race. That was the final straw of many.
He's
threw away a good race. He was up there.
So did Canapino and Ilott.
Yeah, but Canapino got into somebody, and what are you gonna do? I'm just saying. Yeah, but he's a rookie. I mean, and he's
it's not a good excuse.
Okay, but Elio Castroneves got into it with how many people as well?
Right.
Helio. Fortunately,
he turned Herta. He got involved in that same crash with Santino Ferrucci.
Fortunately, he won't be. He'll only be back for one race next year. So,
which makes sense. I don't think he should be doing the whole calendar if you're asking me.
Yeah. Anyways, enough of Helio. Anyways, let's talk. Let's drive of the race. Will Power? No, or Callum Ilott?
Dixon, McLaughlin.
Oh yeah, Dixon.
I was going to say, what about that Iceman?
I'm not going to give it. No, McLaughlin was hitting everybody too. He was driving into people.
Yeah.
Well, he spun both AJ Ford cars.
Yeah, I'm not going down that road with him. Scotty D though. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Let's see who else. Oh, RHR, top 10.
Mm-hmm. For that car, I think that's a really good result.
Mm-hmm. I do too. Oh, there we go. Here's a name that crept up in 12th place. Stingray Rob.
Jeez.
Wow.
I know. I mean, he really took advantage of everything that happened.
All right. There we go. All right. Ilott with a nice 5th place finish. Start of the season, finished 5th. End of the season, finished 5th.
Very good.
I think I will say this. That's pretty cool for that team. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have anything the resources of Penske. And the fact that they can put cars in the top 15 consistently is pretty good. Probably more so than the Papaya team. Who solid. Rossi 7th. Fast Hands, Mr. Fast Hands was 9th.
And Mr. I'm going to call him this Rocket Man.
Froyo.
Yeah, I mean he's got his 10th pole this year.
Yep. Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he'll be taking it to
Meyer Shank.
Yep. And let me tell you something. I think he's going to be a threat at Indy next year, more so than McLaren. I think at least for qualifying.
I think Meyer Shank there's a deep dive that needs to go on over there because I'm not sold on Bloomquist. So
no, not on Bloomquist, but I think Felix Rosenquist is going to be
when you got two
top driver.
When you got 2 cars, you need to have 2 solid drivers.
Yeah.
Rahal Letterman, Lingard finished 6th.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them, Vips was somewhere. I just lost it.
He DNF'd, right? In that first lap wreck.
Yeah. Who? Graham?
Graham Rahal But I think Vips did come out, but he was like 20 something laps down,
Yeah.
20, 30, something like that.
Yeah. No, I did. So I'm just there was stuff there I just wasn't really.
But I'll tell you, they had such a roller coaster of a year. They had one car that didn't make it in the
Right.
Indy 500, but they had Lundgaard win in Toronto. So I mean, and plus Graham Rahal got 2 surprise poles.
He got 2 poles. Lundgaard got a pole. Actually, didn't Lundgaard get
Right.
2 poles?
Lundgaard?
I think he got 1 pole.
Just one at Indy.
And then,
Yeah, that's a good
well,
question.
didn't he win pole at Toronto and convert it to a win?
Yeah, but he did put it on pole at Indy.
So
At the
Okay,
road
so
course.
then I guess that's 2 poles.
Yeah.
just kind of doing a quick season recap here. I know we'll do it later in the season. Dixon won 3 of the last 4 races.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Ganassi won 9. 9 of the races.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Out of how many?
Over half the schedule.
Over half the schedle.
17, right? There's 17 races
yeah,
in the IndyCar schedule.
Pretty damn impressive over there.
Yeah.
And how many did the Papaya win?
0.
Goose egg.
Yeah, zilch, yeah.
Zilch.
Yeah, let's see.
Really surprised.
RLL
I mean,
got 1 win.
1 win, Toronto.
Penske
And
got 5.
Indy. Yeah, they won Indy, so.
Plus, but no,
Yeah,
what
I mean
power
they
did
win
win?
Indy, so
Yeah.
I mean you won the big.
Oh, and then
winner.
Andretti got 2.
Oh, and then I mean they did dominate on the ovals up until after Indy with Jay
It was just Gateway that they lost.
Yeah,
It's just Gateway he did win, yeah.
right.
So,
So
I mean, which he
Which I mean,
almost did win.
I don't
you know?
don't think anyone was going to beat Dixon.
no, but anyways, it's
No.
just funny that he won 3 out of the last 4. That's pretty cool. All right, so that puts a wrap on the season. Congratulations to Chevrolet. They won the engine manufacturer's title. I guess team title goes to Team Ganassi. Team Chip Lakes winners.
1-2 in the championship.
1-2. Yeah.
Did
And,
Polo take that? What's that $1 million
No.
thing?
Oh, you win on different tracks?
Yeah.
No, because because Jay New was winning everything. You had to win on each different oval. You had to win on each different track. So
Okay.
no, he did not.
Oh,
But-
but speaking of $1 million, did you
you
hear
go.
about that exhibition race?
Yes, I did. That's a good segue, Nate.
That
I was going to talk about the Lita Circle.
Well, I don't get that. It's a track that is not even on the schedule. What is this?
It's not really a track either.
Right. Like,
It's a club.
wouldn't
It's
you want
a
to do
club
it somewhere
track.
else?
It's a club track.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Whose idea
I'm
was
not-
this?
Yeah, I'm not.
Mark Miles?
Yeah, you know what's going to happen? This is going to be a pay-per-view event.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I'm not watching. That's not like there's no.
It's a preseason race.
Yeah, it's like their version of the Busch Clash
Of the Busch Clash.
at
Yep.
the Coliseum,
Yep.
and I'm like, I have no interest.
Zero interest.
Zero.
Yeah, no, I'm all set.
Now, if you're
Yeah.
gonna do $1 million race and you're gonna do it at Road America, I'll watch it. All right, I'm just or on one of the ovals, I will watch it, but I am not gonna watch it on a club track.
Like, what are you doing?
It's just this just has disaster written all over it. It's just similar to moving the race to Nashville at the end of the season. It's just gonna be a crash
Yeah.
fest.
Well, and think about this. Like, couldn't you do it at, like, Pocono or Michigan?
How about Milwaukee? Could have done a $1 million race.
Sure. I mean, even a Midwest track like
No,
that,
for-
right?
What? Yeah. Go. Yeah.
For this club
sorry.
track, where's the spectators going to go?
You can't get in there.
You
You're not
can't
allowed.
get
You
in.
can't get in. It's like it's not even going to be like the U.S. Open at the Country Club.
Yeah.
This is going to be like the Country Club when there's not the U.S. Open. You're not getting in.
You mean at LA?
Or in Boston here.
Well, Boston, you can get on it. LA, you couldn't.
What do you mean get on it?
No,
On a normal weekend. I'm not talking.
No.
I'm talking a normal. I'm not talking the U.S. Open. I'm just saying on a normal weekend.
Wrong sport.
So essentially, this is going to be a closed event. And
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Like for what? You know,
exactly.
It's not to increase fans.
Honestly, there's better club tracks around that they can run on. I mean, these tracks. There's a reason that club tracks. They're not like the one they could have went to is the one in Vegas. That thing that's about like it's got 12 miles of racetrack or whatever. The guy built, or like what's it called, Star Mountain or something. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, this is like.
I don't know. I mean,
it does leave a bad taste in my mouth.
There wasn't much video of it from
earlier
this
when they
season,
did the test there. Everyone was like, it's all right. It's
Yeah.
just there's some quirky corners and stuff. It didn't really seem like, you know, I mean, it seemed more exclusionary than inclusionary.
Well, isn't that just it? Like you heard all the drivers saying, like, it's sure.
Yeah.
You know, kind of. All right. Well, can't wait to get out of here.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't exactly like, you know, it's 5,000 degrees and stuff. But anyways, so we're gonna have that. All right.
We're going to continue with IndyCar news.
What are we going to talk about?
Malukas to spam.
Oh, yeah. Malukas to spam.
I don't know if we
Rosenquist going over to Shank.
Lundqvist is at Ganassi.
Ganassi.
And so is Armstrong after re-signing.
Right. And the big news was today that DHL is leaving Andretti. Mm-hmm. The rumor is they're going to Ganassi because they want winners. They like winners.
Huh?
So, I mean, they used to be with Penske in IMSA,
right?
AMS days. So they went there. RHR took them to their greatest victory ever at the 500. So, and RHR posted that I think he had like 10 wins or something with that sponsorship. So
yeah,
14. And then one being the big one. So
I stand corrected. Thank you, Nate.
Of course, I got you.
But
But I'll tell you, that was. I mean, did you see that live? I mean, the pass in the grass. Call it whatever you want.
What are we talking about?
That when Archar passed Ilio going into 3.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Okay. All right. Indy NXT, Christian Rasmussen won. Congrats to him.
And that was cool because
Hunter McElroy finished second. So they're building on that series. Get a few more cars in there.
Yeah, this season and last season have definitely upped the car count.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Again, it's can they sustain it? Can they get guys coming in? The question is like Miles Rose coming up from Formula 2000 Pro. He's got the money to come in, but okay, fine. But what happens? Like, he's not going to show in his first year.
No,
that's a 2 to 3 year program right there. The question is whether Miles is going to be able to attract and retain sponsors for years 2 and 3. That's the tough slog for these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have that immediate draw like I guess
Right.
F2 is.
And I think this DHL leaving Andretti kind of puts Jamie Chadwick in kind of a bad spot too, because that was her sponsor there. So hopefully there's something to fill the void so that she can continue, because I think she was coming to grips with everything.
Yeah, I mean, like any
Again,
driver,
it's 2 to 3 years.
Second round at anything is the time to show.
All right. All right. Well, we'll have an IndyCar wrap up show at some point. It's amazing the season's over.
Just in time for football.
Yeah, we can thank the Boston Consulting Group for that, because they thought it was great idea that you wrap up your season in September. Anyways, moving on. Could have had a IndyCar IMSA weekend this weekend at Indy.
How many times do you want to go back to Indy for IndyCar?
Well, you wouldn't have gone. You wouldn't have had the 2 races early in the year. You would have moved one to now. I'm just saying. All right.
I know.
Or we could have had it somewhere else. We could have Mid Ohio, perhaps. All right. Let's talk WEC.
Good.
Let's talk WEC at Fuji. 6 hours.
That was a wild start.
Yes, the start was very good, And then, even more so, it was very impressive that Porsche was able to hold on for a lead for as long as they did.
Yes. Yes. Do I have this right? I don't. I think I do. I thought the Ferrari. Did the Ferrari finish on the podium? I didn't think it did. Oh, hold on.
Oh, man, we're good with this stuff.
No, hold on. No, no. I got a problem here. Sorry, and I won't. I'm not going to say it. Before I get ourselves in trouble, I'm not going to say it. No, they did not. I'm not going to say what website had that wrong. I'm going to stay out of that. Oof. So Toyota Gazoo 1-2.
1-2.
1-2. Kumi with the win at home. Also sealed the manufacturers championship for Toyota
Shock.
in the Ep35 series.
Yes.
Penske with a third place finish. Ferrari.
4-5.
Wow. What happened? Did they bring the Formula One team?
Must have.
Wow.
It seemed, well, Porsche was the team that spoiled the party this weekend.
Yeah. I know Peugeot was having all sorts of problems with the tires. They couldn't get the tires to react. So, and then, oh, look at that. Oh, Cadillac. Wow. Thanks for showing up. Are they going to rethink that? And bring two cars?
Yeah, you need more than one car.
Yeah. Okay. LMP2 was a ding dong. There was some great driving in there. The thing I like about Fuji is you can drive in the corners and you can sort of force the guy wide, by getting to the inside and stuff without hitting them and stuff. And Kubica did it a couple times. It was great stuff. It was great driving, though, by both guys, so a couple times. So thought that was cool. That was won by Team WRT, followed by United Auto Sports, followed by Team WRT. So Team WRT goes out on a high note. They will be, they got one more race.
Yes.
Bahrain.
8 hours.
8 hours. They will leave on a high note after that and bring BMW to the foray.
That's right. The testing videos of them at Spa in the bare carbon chassis is phenomenal.
All right. Corvette Racing. They were P nowhere in practice in FP1, FP2, FP3. I think they were sixth. Qualified on pole.
Yep.
And finished second.
Fantastic.
Which was awesome. I do not recall them finishing outside of the podium this season.
No.
Okay. Thank you. You are P nowhere.
Because I think it was the last race. They finished third, and that was the first race they didn't win.
Yeah. Wow.
And they have the championship locked up.
Boom.
For GTEM.
Rexy was there.
Yeah, he was.
Did he meet Godzilla?
He was Godzilla for the week.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, that
awesome.
was Godzilla for the
Bet you
day.
the kid,
Yeah.
the little fans must have loved him. That must have been awesome.
We also got the return of the. We're gonna forget the name of it, but it's the tour.
Oh, the Safari, the Circuit Safari.
Circuit Safari.
Nate, have you seen this?
Oh, yes, I have.
I want to go on this.
Yeah.
Go on that bus?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I'll be on my phone the whole time. So so.
Can you take a beer on that bus and do it?
Oh.
I love that thing.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Only, you could not do that here because it would be deemed completely unsafe.
Way too many.
Nate would like it. Nate would like it at Daytona for the 500.
That would be. You imagine? Oh, well. Imagine that whole single file line just goes like around.
What about the Indy
high side
500
or something?
Oh,
jeez.
It's fast enough when you're just watching it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, see, you know why, Sean? They won't do it at Daytona because of Juan Pablo Montoya.
Yeah, I know. That's true. But
not him, but the car.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Circuit Safari. I love it. It's all over the. It's all over the place. I love it. Did Rexy go on it?
It's the best thing going.
That would have been awesome.
Go on it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Rexy didn't go on it.
I don't think a Porsche could fit in there, Sean.
No. They have a.
I meant Rexy the mascot.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
someone in the suit.
No, what do you mean someone in the
What?
suit? That's a real T-Rex.
You're right.
Anyways, yeah, the Circuit Safari is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, wow, we did have a Penske car that finished dead last. All right, so
Not often you see
we're
that.
off to Bahrain. I think, honest to God, I think it's like 2 months.
It's the 4th of, wait for it,
November. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
God.
what are they doing?
I don't know. Anyways,
That's almost as bad as F2.
yeah. We will see
Yep.
you at Abu Dhabi. Can't wait for that. Hope those guys stay sharp. All right. Speaking of Formula One, Singapore is this weekend. Speaking of-
Yes.
and Dragons.
This is one of my favorite. Oh yeah, that giant lizard,
Yeah.
Sean.
There's a giant lizard on the truck. What, Max?
Face to face with Godzilla.
There's a giant lizard on the truck.
Yes. My favorite quote. And Sean, here's a cool stat for you. Who's the winningest driver at Singapore? Who has the most wins?
Felipe Massa.
No. Christian, do you have a shot at this?
Sebastian.
Very good. Yeah, Sebastian Vettel.
Vital.
Yeah.
Vital.
Yeah.
Is it 4 or 5?
It's 5. I think it's 3 with Red Bull and 2 with
Does
Ferrari.
Fred have any?
Yes.
Yeah,
Fred,
one.
Fred has one.
Do I dare mention it? Crashgate.
No, he does have another one with Ferrari.
So he's got 2?
He's got 2.
Oh, that's right.
two.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
All
can't
right.
believe I brought that
That's
up.
exciting.
Mhm.
Exciting.
But
Exciting.
if Felipe wins this case, then yeah, he'll probably have one.
Right. Okay.
Anyways,
Anyways,
still the thing.
that's right up there with Helmut Marko and some of his comments of recent nature, and Toto Wolff. Anyways, do you just take a dumb pill when you become a team manager or a team principal?
Oh, I don't think it's the red or blue pill, Sean. I don't know what they're doing.
It doesn't matter when you're in a
Because
When you're in a position
of the three of that group, like I can name 3 guys
Right.
that I really enjoy, and it's Gunther, Fred Vasseur, and Franz Tost.
Imagine hanging out with them for a day.
I would love to. I would
yeah,
love to go to
me
dinner
too.
and have a couple beers with them, and then it's like I because I can, and then just like I wonder what they say about Toto. Because then I don't think they're fans of him. But anyways.
Especially Fred Vasseur, right? Because he's like one of the big 3
Fred's the best.
principals, right?
Like,
So, yeah.
I don't know if people saw this after the last race, which was Monza. So Ferrari had all their folks at the wall. That included Charles and Carlos. And they're all celebrating. And, Max is kind of strolling through the paddock on the pit lane after coming down doing his thing. And, who sees him? Vasseur. He goes up, talks to him for 4 or 5 minutes. I thought it was pretty cool. This kind of respect that he has.
Yeah.
He seems personable.
Yeah.
Do you think Toto would, stop and
No.
No.
you can't do that.
No.
Especially not after the comments he's made.
Yeah. All right.
Can't do that.
I'm just checking. I mean, I don't think Helmut would either. If it was Lewis.
We're dancing with the devil on this,
Oh
aren't
man.
we?
No, it's just the 2 of them are just they're tiring.
Yeah.
They're exhausting.
They're a bunch of hooplas.
Yeah. Yeah, Oompa Loompas. All right. All right, so let's shall we do our picks? What are we doing? Podium? We doing wins, podium?
Top 3 and a dark horse.
I'll go.
You know who's gonna? Yeah, go Sean. Go Sean.
Rain or shine, it's gonna be Max. I am gonna go Carlos. And I'm gonna go Lewis.
All right.
And I could flip Lewis for Carlos, but I'm going to go. I think Lewis is going to get third. I think Carlos is on a roll right now.
Mm-hmm.
My dark horse will be Lando.
All right.
I don't think the car will work, but I'm going to go Lando.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I think Sergio Perez is gonna get the win. Max Verstappen's gonna come second. And third place is going to be Fernando Alonso.
So you're not
And
buying.
then-
You're not buying into what Helmut Marko says about Sergio.
Well, hang on. What is Sergio Perez really good at? Street circuits. So what is this? This is the longest race of the schedule, and it's a street circuit. This has Sergio Perez written all over. I know it does. It seems crazy as of late,
Okay.
but I just think this might be his last win of the season, right? And it's just, I think it's a race that's up his alley.
Whoa.
And-
You don't think he's going to take the home race win?
No, because he didn't take it last year.
No, he didn't take it last year.
Last
but,
year,
I mean, this,
and jeez,
well, you saw that. Yeah, how that
isn't the
that-
track relayed out this year too?
Not
No,
entirely.
Singapore is too.
Abu
They
Dhabi
took
is.
that chicane out.
Abu Dhabi got relayed out. I know that.
Singapore is
No, Michael, no.
Singapore is not repaved or anything. It's just
They
instead
straightened
of
the chicane out.
yeah, they took out
Alright.
they took out 2 of the last 3 chicanes.
Okay.
That's,
And what did they
that's
do
all.
at Abu Dhabi? They took
They-
out the Massey chicane. No, Michael, no. All
They
right.
Abu Dhabi they reconfigured the hairpin onto the long back straight,
yes.
and then they also reconfigured the
Gotcha.
the turn after that second straight by the other pit lane. All right, Nate, who is your dark horse?
Well, my dark horse, and it's definitely not going to be Alex Albon because I'll tell you that Williams is not meant for that track. It's not. It's not.
it's not.
They're going to struggle.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you who I think will have a good run is Pierre Gasly. Let's see what he can
I like
do.
that.
You know, so I think he'll.
That's a good one.
He's all right on the streets, so
No,
I think he'll
I like
you know
that.
show up. And that podium at Zandvoort, you know, is definitely a confidence booster.
Mhm.
So we'll see. I that's my dark horse.
All right. Well, I am going to go. I'm gonna hop on your bandwagon, Nate, and we're gonna go Perez for the win. I think. I think Carlos is going to be P2, and I think Lando will be P3.
Dark horse.
What happened to Max?
I, if this is one race that he'll have an off day, it'll be the one where Perez saves the season for Red Bull to continue the season.
What do you mean saves the season?
All right.
The season of perfection.
Oh, I got you.
This-
Oh, all
this
right,
is-
I know what he
all
meant,
right,
Sean.
all right.
This
I
is-
know what he meant.
This is the one thing that I am looking forward to every Sunday is seeing Red Bull win just for the fact that they have the opportunity for a perfect season.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, Constructors Championship can be wrapped up this weekend if Mercedes has an epic failure.
No points. Yeah, they can't score points.
But also Red Bull would have to have a 1-2.
Right.
I don't think that they're going to put the pressure. Well, they're going to execute, but I think it's unnecessary pressure to put on yourself to try and lock it up this weekend when you can just do it either the next race
Just
or the
do your
following
thing.
one. So, and
Yeah.
the form that they've had, it's going to be wrapped up soon. Just like Max is going to wrap up the drivers at any point. I don't think Alonso's a. Yeah, no, you know what? I'll put Alonso there because it's not necessarily a dark horse, but like you do have teams that are all in contention, similar somewhat to IndyCar this year. Not that you're having a bunch of different winners, but you are seeing a shakeup in the top 5 at least.
Gotcha.
So
Well, right, because aren't they? I mean, if you're judging based off of last year, I mean, you're assuming that coming into this year they'd be 5th, maybe 6th place team.
right.
You know, based on their car. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a big surprise as it is where they are in the standings.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about some quick news and notes. In the vaunted spots to get in the leader circle program for IndyCar. Hukos, Hollinger, and Letterman sealed the deal to get into the program, to get 900,000 or more.
Oh, all right.
And the big loser was Andretti, the fourth car, driven by Devlin DeFrancesco, out. High probability that car will not be back next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Okay, because I think 4 cars is a little bit too much. But anyways, breaking news: Noah Gragson has been reinstated.
Oh, he has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Larson sat out almost, I don't want to know how much.
Like the rest of the season,
Yeah, and this guy sat out what?
like a month,
Maybe.
about
Yeah.
a little more than a month, I
Anyways,
think.
well,
So that's just happening now.
yes, that just happened
wow.
now, Nate. There you go.
How about that?
How about it? I'm still shaking.
No way.
I'm still.
Oh, so sorry. I had
still-
to. I had
I
to.
know. I know, but I'm still shaking my head on this. Can't believe that. Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know, but
It's not my call.
It's not my. It's above my.
Right.
Pay, it's above
Yeah.
my pay grade.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Anything else? Any other news and notes?
I'm just scrolling right now. Hold on. I'm checking.
I like that WC goes to Fuji though. That is
Yes.
a very nice track, and you saw all the battles, especially like you said, Sean. LMP2. There was some.
It was just
Amazing
It
battles
was
for
interesting how
LMP2.
guys attacked the corners there because of the way the corners
Yeah.
are set up. So it was kind of cool.
Well, it's
And
more
I'm
so
still-
beating the driver to the apex.
And I'm sure it goes on in Super Formula.
Oh yeah.
So I will say this: there's a rumor now flying around, and I'm not a big fan of this rumor. That
Let's hear it.
Yuki is under threat to lose his
Of what?
seat.
Losing his ride? Oh, jeez. I mean, when is Honda's contract done? 2025?
I think it's that. Yeah,
Because then they go to Aston Martin.
Right.
I mean, just let him run out the contract.
Yeah. Well, he's already.
He's a Honda guy.
I would
just let him run.
Well,
the
I would
contract.
already say he's the number one driver there.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I will say I think he's definitely exceeded my expectations so
Right.
far this season. Because I think, I mean, honestly, after the last couple seasons, Gasly outshined him.
All right, so like if you're gonna whack Perez if he fails, okay,
Right.
Danny Rick's going up there, right? Or is Liam going
Right.
there? It's probably Danny Rick.
It's got to be Ricardo.
All right, because Lando has to buy his contract out of McLaren to get there. That's just not happening.
Unless Red Bull wants to
Pay him,
pay
right?
some
All right,
money.
anyways.
But that money's tight.
Right, yeah. I don't think that's happening. So I'm just like, just let it be.
With the amount of scrutiny that this team has now gone under with,
Yeah,
you've gone through Gasly, Albon,
yeah.
and
DeVries.
DeVries, and you're sitting here and you're going to question Perez.
Well,
which-
actually, technically, Sainz too.
I guess
When Max went up, Sainz should have went up at the end of the season. He didn't go, and then he bolted. So
well, because they still had Ricardo,
I thought at the time, I thought Sainz was better than Ricardo.
but the thing was, the Sainz left
Oh, he went
before
to.
Ricardo.
Did he go to Renault and
Yeah.
then McLaren?
He went to
Yes.
Renault.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
McLaren. Yeah.
Is it Renault or Renault?
Oh, it's Renault, Sean. Oh my goodness.
It's Renault.
All right.
Yeesh.
Or Minardi? No, not Minardi.
Yeah. So that's
Well,
wrong team.
okay,
I like
yeah.
Minardi.
Wrong
I
team.
like Minardi. All right. So yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean they're in an interesting predicament. And statistically, Perez has been closer to Max than Gasly or Albon has. So he is one of the better teammates,
Yep.
I guess, to go up against Max. I'm
Right.
not saying that he's on Max's level at all, but
That's true.
he is also doing the job where he's second in points.
Yeah.
And Red Bull has not had a 1-2 season.
1-2. Gotcha.
So it's just, when is this performance not enough?
Right. Is Fuji? Do we have a week off and then Fuji, or we go right to Fuji? I mean Suzuka. Sorry,
Suzuka.
Pardon me.
No, it should be
Had
the
Fuji
week.
on the brain.
It should be the week after.
There's a week
Singapore.
off.
No. Right
It's-
after.
It's right after.
We go Singapore this Sunday at 8 a.m. here in the Eastern Coast, and then the following week they are in Japan. Start time for that race is 1 a.m. Eastern.
1 a.m. Be wide awake.
So-
What time? And then where after that?
And then they are off a week, and they go to Qatar,
Wait a minute. They
the
go.
Middle East.
They go to Qatar.
Yes. They're going to Singapore, then Japan, then to Qatar,
Then
and they have a week off before they go to Qatar. Then after Qatar, they have another week off, and then they come to Coda. I mean,
so excited, Sean.
the Americas
can I-
Americas swing makes some sense, but not totally,
Can
because
I-
they do Coda, Mexico, Brazil, and then back to Vegas, and then you go over to Abu Dhabi.
Just real dumb question. Wouldn't it make sense to go from Monza to Qatar,
to Singapore. Yes,
then to Fuji, then to Fuji? I'm gonna say Fuji all day long. They should just race in Japan, Suzuka, and then come over.
well, what they should be doing is hitting Australia while they're over in Japan and Singapore.
No, because it's winter down there.
Make the calendar make sense. Doesn't matter.
My carbon footprint says it's fine.
I don't think the drivers would
Yeah.
be
Anyways,
against having a
alright.
cooler event race.
Yeah, whatever.
To run it. I know the tires might suck to heat up, but
anyways, wow, there's just got to be some thought process here.
yeah.
Anyways, all right. Anything else? We got a big weekend this weekend. One day, Saturday. Season finale,
Of NHK.
NHK.
Yeah.
Let's make a break.
Go out, have a good time.
Yeah, I saw some of your YouTube videos from Vermont, Christian, and they were really good.
Looks like a fun track.
I like it.
It's
that
like
last corner looks exciting.
It just looks like a fun
sh-
track.
It's short track racing. It's,
Yeah, but
it
it'd be-
feels like indoor karting, but outside.
Right. But
So-
with with two strokes, no dice. I mean, I know they run shifters on it.
I was gonna say they
Yeah.
do run shifting cars.
I know, but
Insane.
it's just a way to wreck a cart. The four strokes though, no problem with them being on that.
No.
It'd be nice to have a World Formula Heavy and World Formula Light race on that.
Oh, we did.
No, I mean like a full one,
Big class. Yeah.
Big class.
I know.
both classes
But-
at the same time. That'd be fun. So we'll finish up the season NHK style. Mm-hmm. See where we do.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna be on the podium in one class and could still podium in the other.
For the championship or just in the
Yeah,
race
for the
day?
championship.
Yeah, I gotta work some magic in World Formula.
Well, I think you got to put the chrome horn to some people.
Yeah.
That's called the black flag.
I'm calling it out right now.
Yeah, just go down way inside.
I say
And-
I just say go out, guns blazing.
Yeah, just say, I beat you to the apex. Like,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
Like,
That's all.
Or we just interpret the rules that I can run my Rotax in the World
Right,
Formula
there you
class.
go. All right. Nate, anything?
just advice.
Anything on the touring car championship?
well,
What?
there is I think the next race I'm going to do is there's a race in December. It's a 3-hour race at Extreme Zone in Wilmington, Delaware. That does sound like a fun time. So
Extreme Zone.
I think it's a fun track. I mean, I like it. It reminds me of like a flat version of F1 Boston when it was the
Gotcha.
thing.
All right. Okay.
Alrighty.
And on that note,
Good night.
Thank you guys for listening to the Red Mist Podcast, hosted by Christian Abbott, Sean Abbott, and Nathan Lavin. It's produced by Christian Abbott, and music is by Alex Wart and Harrison Tate.